Computerized Physician Order Entry by Casey Fowler. In today's world, society is moving towards a more convenient approach to almost everything, utilizing digital and electronic data. The healthcare world has also been on track to utilize the electronic world in helping with improving quality of care of patients, efficiency, and minimizing medical errors. The Ohio State University Health System has one of the most comprehensive health science centers in the United States and is comprised of 4 hospitals and network services. The health system employs over 6,000 employees, 950 attending physicians, 500 residents, and provides training for over 850 medical students. There are over 800,000 visits the OSU Health System has every year. The OSU Health System utilizes EHR and implemented a computerized order entry system after establishing order sets based on clinical practice guidelines. For the purpose of this presentation, we will design a plan outlining each of the 6 steps of the implementation plan, identify the key stakeholders for each of the 6 steps, elaborate on 2 dependencies that must exist, propose 3 different forms of communication that can be used, and develop a training plan. The first step in implementing EHRs is assessing the readiness of the organization. The organization's goals, needs, financial readiness, and technical readiness needs to be assessed. The goal of the health system is to computerize the physician order entry to improve quality of healthcare. The health system already uses many clinical and business systems which use one master patient index. CAPI, Computer Access Patient Information, is the form of order entry, medication and IV charting, discharge instructions, and the clinical results used by the health system. It is technically ready. The needs of the health system are to utilize the CAPI application or other applications that are currently used within the health system. Finally, considering the size of the health system and the amount of patients seen, there is enough funding to computerize physician order entry and train the staff to utilize it. The planned approach will be to utilize the applications already used by upgrading them. Once the upgrade has been done, the staff can be trained on how to utilize it and implementation can occur. Trained and implemented, the staff will demonstrate meaningful use and reassess what they have learned with everyday use. The final step is to continue to evaluate the goals of the medical system and ensure the functionality of the EHR application. When designing an EHR application implementation team, you should include several members that have various skills and knowledge. For each of the 6 steps of the implementation, there should be important stakeholders that are key to the process. For assessing the readiness of the EHR team lead, IT lead, and physician lead should have the most to do with this portion. The EHR implementation manager will need to be the main stakeholder in the plan approach part of the process with careful consideration from other members of the steering committee. The IT lead and EHR implementation manager will take the lead on upgrading the EHR since this is the technical portion. When conducting the training, the most crucial stakeholder is the super user training lead. They are responsible for taking the lead, becoming an expert on the application. Physicians and staff are vital to taking what they have learned from the expert and providing input to the process. The key stakeholder to achieving meaningful use is the meaningful use lead, expert on the subject. The training lead of all the staff that utilizes the application will be key in ensuring the continued quality improvement by suggesting changes in the application. There are at least 2 dependencies that exist in the implementation of computerized physician order entry. A dependency is when one task relies on another task in order to be completed on time or within budget. The first dependency is the administration and information systems ability to secure funding for the project. If funding is not secure in time, then the implementation cannot occur and the project will need to be put on hold. Another dependency is the vendor's ability to provide an application that works with the applications the health system already is utilizing. If no current application works with the applications in use, the staff will have to work with the vendor to create one, which could take time. Considering the OSU Health System is such a large health system with over 6,000 employees, the main type of communication with all employees will be status updates on the health system's intranet to let all of the staff know how things are going with the implementation process. There will also be an online forum with frequently asked questions that will be answered and searched. Last, there will be one-on-one communication with all key individuals to the implementation process to make sure that all of the process is successful and to find out changes that need to be made. One of the most efficient ways to train the staff is to organize it according to function. The health system will benefit from using a role-based training technique that will train the staff to use the new application in a way that it is directly related to their job. The training material will focus on the employee's function with the application. Another technique that will be used for the training is mock clinic training. This process of training will allow for the health system to have a dry run of a typical day prior to the go-live date. The staff will go through each of the steps and their role in order to make the process a smooth transition. In conclusion, the Ohio State University Health System will have a successful implementation to the upgrade of EHR for physician order entry. We have designed a plan outlining each of the 6 steps of the implementation plan, identified the key stakeholders for each of the 6 steps, elaborated on 2 dependencies that must exist, proposed 3 different forms of communication that can be used, and developed a training plan that will make the implementation successful. Making sure that all parts of the process are followed and that everyone is on board is important to making this successful. The physician order entry will be implemented successfully with everyone's help.